I came out with the poetry album last year, with the spoken word album, she sort of she'd been a huge fan from Port Charles, but through the poetry, she was kind of really inspired, and she told me almost like in a rave kind of way, she was going through like a very dark time in her life, and through the writing, she kind of like started to have a more positive attitude, and started like treating herself better and taking care of herself. And then she hadn't gone to church in a while. She was going back to church. I don't know how she got all that from my writing, because my writing's not necessarily about that. But I think it's just the expression of like someone who's just openly being honest in a way that's very like pure. She just connected to and was able to just kind of start to turn her life around in a positive way. So again, that's like, I mean, there's, you know, relative strangers, but you hear about their stories and you hear that there's a responsibility because you had some effect on their lives. Right. And you feel that responsibility a little bit. You have to, like, you know, kind of be there for them a little bit. So.
Well, you inspire people, and which in turn inspires you again, I'm sure.
For sure. Yeah. No, absolutely.
So it comes back to you. That's what I always believe in. If you put out positive energy, that's what you're going to get back. If you put out negative, then that's what you're going to get back. So just keep it positive, and you know, life will be better. And, of course, there's going to be times where it's not, but keep putting it out there, and it'll come back to you.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So I want to thank you again for joining us tonight, and for our listeners out there, don't forget, he's still collecting contributions for the speech, make it bigger and better, and add more stuff to it. Go to Kickstarter.com and write in the speech, and it'll come right up, and make a contribution. Anything, you know, $1 or more will help. And also follow Brian on Twitter, too, at Brian Gaskell with the number 1 after it.
Mm-hmm. True story.
So thank you for joining us, and I wish you only the best.
Thank you.
You're welcome, and I look forward to the speech being done.
Yeah, me too.
Keep in touch with us, okay?
And thank you for your contribution.
You're welcome.
Oh, you're
David contributed, too.
Yeah. I saw that. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
I was thanking both of you.
You're welcome.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, have a good night,
Well,
and keep paying it forward. Take care.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I can't wait to see the finished product. I mean, to me, it's going to be awesome, you know, just by watching the video that's on there and just a little bit that he could talk about it, you know.
I know, it's sort of hard.
You know, see it. Yeah, definitely. So, and, you know, with a new manager, hopefully we'll see him on a lot more things. You know, he needs to work. He's very talented. He's very creative. Yeah. And really, again, for the people that have not seen his video with George Jones and his daughter Georgette, you really need to watch that. There's a bunch of other videos under his name, under Brian Gaskell, on YouTube that you can watch as well. Did you get a chance to watch more of those, David?
I saw the one with George.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was it for a while, and I'm still looking at him. You know, I'm slow at this thing. So
yeah. Well, as long as you get to it, I mean,
yeah,
you know, you look at a lot of different things. Mhm. Yeah, I know you're always giving me videos and stuff to look at, so I know that you're out there scoping.
Yep, I'm scoping. I wish I could find that one for you.
Which
with
one?
The chocolate milk.
Oh, my gosh, yeah, me too. That would be so funny. I mean, I just can't picture somebody that is, you know, devious or, you know, a sociopath or whatever making chocolate milk.
Yeah, I know.
That is too funny. But I love that idea. I love that that's thrown in there like that.
I know. It was hysterical to watch.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
He looked good because he was trying to play opposite Terry Peck at the time. So
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
well, hopefully someday it'll be on YouTube or somewhere that we can view it. But, I like being able to interview guests that have been on other soaps that I haven't watched, because then I do take the time to watch some of them on YouTube, and then I can understand why they were so popular with the people. And I know how devastating it is to have, one of your favorite shows canceled, whether it's a soap or a primetime show or something. You get into this, you get involved with the characters, and they, are something that you look forward to either on a daily basis or a weekly basis, and then all of a sudden somebody yanks them out, It's like, oh my God, what do I do now? And it's almost hard to invest in another show, because then you're leery, well, what if they yank this one? And that's happened how many times? And it doesn't even have to be on for a year or 2 years or something. They've been yanking these things, after a couple episodes.
Yeah, they have. They don't wait. I don't know why. I don't know if they get the numbers beforehand or something, or they match it against something. What did I hear? That they match it against a show similar to it, and then they decide that, well, if that one didn't work, then this one isn't going to.
Oh, and see, that's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, think about it. There's so many programs on television, and how many of them that you have to DVR, or you have to go to Hulu, or you have to go to Netflix, or you have to go to YouTube to watch the other ones that you didn't get to see, because you can only watch one channel at a time, and there's only so much you can DVR, So it's kind of crazy that they don't give it a chance, especially after, showing it only 1 or 2 episodes. And, maybe the majority of the population that would have watched it were busy doing something else. What if they were working? People have families, things like that. There's life. Hello. And then you watch TV later on in the evening, after you've DVR'd it or something. So, yeah, they have to start letting these shows have a chance. It's just kind of crazy sometimes.
It is, unless they're going to have Hulu take everybody.
Right?
Put everything on Hulu. I'll watch.
Right. Oh, I would too. Definitely. And thank God there is Hulu and Netflix and those types of, and I, from what I understand, iTunes, because I know all my children, One Life to Live, are available on iTunes. But you know me, I don't have that, so.
So we do what we can.
That's right.
Right.
Exactly. So you wanted to make some kind of an announcement before we close the show?
Well, yeah. I received some sort of good news while we were doing this interview.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah. Well, do you know what series I'm waiting to see online, right, with Crystal?
Oh, yes.
I'm waiting for the Beacon Hill series to come on, because I'm a fan of just about everyone who's on that show.
Yeah, definitely.
So far. So, they had a little contest to guess who they had chosen for, for their next role, and they asked, fans online and on Twitter, who they got, and they left a clue, and I won.
Well, then who is it?
Like I said, they've chosen Tina Sloan, who was from Guiding Light, to play the next role. Oh, what is the next role? It's not related. I can't remember I can't remember the exact role, but I will get back to you on that one. They selected Tina Sloan, and I was, I guess, the only one who guessed right.
All right. Congratulations.
And guess
what do you win for that?
The Site Advocate wins an autographed script.
Oh, how awesome.
And I had to contact Jessica at bellabookproductions.com and tell her about it. That's what I just did. And see what she wants me to do from there. She probably wants my address.
I would imagine. I don't think they're going to send it through the phone to you.
No, but I probably had to let her know that I won.
Yeah.
And,
well, that's great. Congratulations. Who else is in there?
Okay, on Beacon Hill series that we know so far, we know Crystal.
Mhm.
Crystal is
and for our listeners, that's Crystal Chappelle.
Crystal Chappelle, Ricky Paul Golden, Sarah Joy Brown, John Paul Lavoisier, Ron Raines, and now Tina Sloan, and I think, am I missing one? I might be missing one.
Well, I know all those names, and I've watched all of them on something or another, mainly on her soap, so that's wonderful. That'll be a great gift for you. That'll be a good keepsake.
Yeah, well, I am really excited about this. It sort of puts me a little closer to hoping what I want to do.
Right, exactly.
Exactly.
Yep, most definitely. Well, congratulations again, and, take a picture of it when you get it and share it on Twitter. I'm sure all the fans would love to see it.
I shall do that. They always have that out once they have like a new person that they just cast.
Mm-hmm.
They'll put out another contest, and you have to guess again.
Oh, okay. And you got to follow.
They had one for Ron Raines.
At Beacon Hill, I mean.
You have to follow at Beacon Hill Web altogether.
Okay.
At Beacon Hill Web.
Oh, well, there you go. So everybody follow if you want to get, win something. And what David won is awesome. So they probably give out a lot of great things like that.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, they had one for Ron Raines, and they had one for JP too.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I didn't realize that until after. So I made sure that I hung around for this one.
For this one, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, great. I'm very happy for you. You deserve it.
Well, thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Again, for our listeners, please don't forget to go to Kickstarter.com and put in the speech and donate what you can, and follow Brian on Twitter at BRIAN GASKILL1. If you don't know how to spell his last name, it's how it sounds. It's GASKILL. Also follow us on Twitter at Take-Two Radio, and David, you can follow him as well as my other co-host Sabina at Take-Two Radio Crew, and that's with the number 2. And check out our website at take2radio.com. We have the upcoming guests, previous podcasts. We have All My Children and One Life to Live episodes on there. There's quite a few different things on there, so you can check that out. And then follow us on Blog Talk. They'll send you an email each and every time we have a guest scheduled. You can listen to the previous podcasts for free on my website through Blog Talk, iTunes, and also Stitcher. Stitcher is a mobile app that you can download to any mobile device and listen at any time. And free is always a good thing, right, David?
Yes, free is good.
Especially in this day and age when you really don't get too many things for free,
Nope. Even advice isn't free.
Right? That is so true. And sometimes when the advice is free, you may not want to take it. And anyway, we'll be back again on Sunday. We haven't done a weekend show in forever, but we happen to have this guest that is going to be available on Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, and that is director Noel Calloway. He has he's made a film called Love, Life, and Soul. And David and I were lucky enough to be able to watch it. And I'll tell you, it's based on a lot of true life things, and it tugs at your heart.